am joined today by Ronnie Grissett with Team Patriot.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is kind of unusual. He's not only a guest, but he is one of my latest and greatest sponsors.
Somebody told me to do it.
He takes orders very well. Isn't that cool? So, Ronnie, I know that you're a husband and a father.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you're a big volunteer-er.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
you're big into that. You were in the military, in the Army.
Yes, ma'am.
And I believe, and that's one of the reasons you're here today, because it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And no, you're not crazy. That's not what we're saying, but not much anyway. But I know that you were discharged because of medical reasons.
Yes, ma'am.
And from the Army. So tell me a little bit more first about you being a father and a husband and the things you do in your normal world.
Sure thing. Yeah. First and foremost, I say that I'm a father and a husband, and that is the most important thing to me is family and family time. Just the finite time I get with my kids while they're young, and they are very active. I have 3 youngsters, and they're all very close in age. So we're always trying to travel or sports, or there's something every night.
Oh, what? Tell me.
Yeah, every night.
Every night. Like last week, there was one night that I got to be home. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was going, oh my God, this is heaven. I didn't know what to do. Now, I could have cleaned up my room or something.
Just
but
take the time.
I think I read a book. That's what I did. But yeah, so what kind of sports are they involved in?
All 3 of them are in, 2 in baseball and 1 in softball.
Okay.
The youngest is in baseball. She's a girl, the only one on the team, and probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I love seeing girls on the field. There was like the girls in Jets League are the ones that get out there and just get that ball out there. I don't know if the guys are expecting it, so they just lay one on them, and I love that. That makes me so happy. We didn't get to do that when I was growing up. Girls didn't get to play with guys.
Oh, ma'am.
You know, really aggravating. I used to want to play. I was kind of a tomboy when I was little, and I would play football with the boys, and stuff like that, because it's mostly boys in my neighborhood. So I know that I'm really interested, and we're going to talk about your business in a minute for sure, but what I love is the heart of people. And as soon as I found out, let me back up. When Ariel told me about you, she said, y'all had the same heart. And I said, okay, I want to meet this fella. So you started telling me about some of your volunteer work. And when people tell me about their family and then about how they volunteer, then I'm in. So could you tell me a little bit about your volunteer work? Because you've got some really exciting volunteer work that you do.
Absolutely. Not just local here, but we do stuff with our local church. I'm a member of First United Methodist Church down in the Cove. And from that, we branched into some construction type missions. I got an opportunity to go in 2020 or 2021 on a construction mission to Honduras. And from there, I was hooked. And we kind of found with the guys that we were going with, it's just this ragtag group of guys from all different walks of life who aren't necessarily churchgoers, but we all have kind of the heart to serve people. And that's how we're able to do it. And kind of get away, get separated, get out of the pressure cooker that can be the United States a little bit, and go do some good work outside. So we've done missions in Uganda, and we've done missions in Honduras, and all construction type missions. And we also do some food baskets and feeding of people, some people who are in need down there. But it's just a good time. Once you do it, it'll have you hooked and ready for you to go back. I started in 2020 with that, and it just kind of paralleled what I did in the Army before that, which is travel all over the world. And I got medically retired from them at 18 years, and I said, you know what? I'm going to keep on doing this, and it's worked great. And we found a way to channel it to where we can have a little bit of autonomy there. So we started our own little foundation, and it's small, and we just kind of organize our own construction trips, and we go and we do where we see things are needed.
That's so cool. Okay, now I'm going to have to really plan for this one day, because nothing would make me happier than go and volunteer in a construction crew. Now, don't put me in a domestic crew.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I ain't gonna clean up anybody's house. I ain't doing that. But I don't mind building something. I don't mind doing the hard stuff. I like that stuff. Not that cleaning the house ain't the hard stuff, obviously. But one of the things too that that was very interesting to me, and I wanted to talk to you about, is this is coming out in May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. How long ago? I know you had a traumatic brain injury when you're in the military, which is why you medically retired.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me, would you just automatically okay, or was there a struggle from that happening to where you are now?
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you did to make yourself better?
My injury happened in early 2020, which was a big year for everybody for mental health with COVID and all kinds of things. And I had this injury, and I was also in the middle of building a house and just a lot going on. And being recently promoted at work, getting a new job, things like that. And then injury happens, kind of takes me out of the fight for a little bit. And it was bad. There's about 4 or 5 months of my life I don't remember at all. And I couldn't complete sentences, had to go through a bunch of therapy. Did about 1.5 years of therapy, on and off, in and out, all brain, cognitive function type stuff. I made a great recovery. Most people can't tell. Had a lot of eye surgeries, some issues there, but I've got no complaints. I'm alive. I'm able to help other people. I'm able to be there for my kids.
And it makes you really think. I had a brain disorder in the year 2000 and had brain surgery, and took me about 11 months to recover.
Yes, ma'am.
And once that happens to you, you have such an awareness of your health. And how lucky, how blessed, how fortunate you are to be here. And it also, does it make like little things seem to be no big deal? Like a little headache?
It does.
Who cares? That's the way I've been. I'm like, get a headache, take some Tylenol. I don't care.
You know, in the wake of losing a house in Hurricane Michael and surviving a brain injury, like, no big deal now.
No
like,
big deal. No biggie.
You lose some property, like, is everybody safe? Who cares? You know, we'll rebuild it.
It really makes you think about things. Was there a time during this time where you were having to become aware of your inability to do the things you normally did? Were you scared? Would you think, am I going to always be like this way? Or did you have trust and faith in God? How did you feel during the time, or do you even remember?
Oh, I do remember a lot of it. Scared is a good way to say it.
Yeah,
just kind of the unknown out there. You know, there's higher chances of future issues with Alzheimer's and dementia and such. And that's to come. I know that if I keep everything sharp and stay on top of things, that I can kind of mitigate those. And so I try and stay involved, because if I just kind of, veg out at the house like everybody likes to do, that is not a good thing for me.
It's not a good thing for anybody.
It's not.
Horrible.
We're made to work, and we're made to help each other.
Made to move, made to serve.
Yep.
I think there's a huge correlation. I hadn't thought about this until you said that. We really are designed to serve others.
Absolutely.
We're designed. And if you notice, the people that have their lives be a life of service seem to be the ones that live the longest.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at that of Jimmy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was still wielding a hammer not too long before he died, for Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, ma'am.
So I really believe our level of service to others is a direct correlation to how long we're on this planet. I just thought about something that I remember as a little kid, and I don't know if you have something like this, but when I was a kid, I remember that Bible verse, and I'm not going to get it right, but it said, honor your mother and father, that your days may be long upon the earth that God has given you. Well, that was a good one to tell this little do-gooder girl, because I was terrified to not be honorable to my mother and father, because I wanted to live a long time.
Absolutely.
So I think until I was really older, maybe it was after my parents were gone, but yeah, that was something. So did you have anything that you learned as a kid that kind of stuck in your head, that for good or for bad, it was something you always remembered and you wanted to stay true to it?
Well, I had a very interesting childhood. I always had to find things out my way.
Okay.
And I've got one of those right now.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are smarter. Some people are stronger. I felt like I had to be a little bit stronger because I just didn't get things when people told me. I just had to go figure it out myself. But it's been a life full of lessons, and some of which I've learned from a good bit of them, and some I'm still learning. But looking forward to continuing to help people and see where God takes me in this journey.
I love it. I love it. So cool. So this is probably a good time for me to tell you why we're able to have this podcast and have this wonderful producer and all these people that are involved in it. Maranta Copy, who puts it out there. So Buffalo Rock Pepsi is my top tippity top sponsor. And right behind them, just being so amazing is you sitting here beside me. Yeah, I'm so excited. So you're one of my big sponsors now, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute so people know what exactly you do. So Buffalo Rock Pepsi, you, my precious friends at Holiday Beach Mechanical, who I'm going to tell y'all about because your business ties into stuff that they do.
Absolutely.
Because you're the one that inspects and figures out. Now, you can fix stuff too, but you get in there and figure out what's wrong, and then you can hire people to fix those things.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So I'm very grateful for y'all. That's why I'm able to even do this. My retail sponsors today, I know you really care about my retail sponsors, being a guy, are Amora Boutique with my cute little shorts and my sweater, and my sweet friends at Gypsy Willow, who, my darling little necklace right here, that's important to us girls. You got a wife, you understand, you get it. So let's talk a little bit about what you actually do. Okay, I've dubbed you my rent-a-husband. So if anybody hears that I have a husband, don't forget to put the part renta in front of it. So I've dubbed him my rent-a-husband. So I'm going to tell you, you tell me what exactly you're doing. So I know it's new.
It is, yes, ma'am.
It's something new you've developed, and you're kind of like me and my podcast. You kind of make it up as you go along, or you
shoot from the hip the whole way. That's life, right?
It is really life. Yeah. And people that tell you it's not, they are lying to you all day long. So tell me what exactly you do for this amazing Teen Patriot home stewardship services.
Absolutely. So we developed a little kind of bridging the gap between a couple different industries here. We are a 3-part service company to where we offer full service construction, general contracting, anything needed, built, designed, things like that. But also we have a crew of guys that take care of home inspections and really nurture partners, our relationships with our partners, being realtors or people buying new homes or building a new home. So what we like to do is go in and be a disinterested third party. We go in, and if you're closing on a home or something, we're more than happy to do the inspection portions of that. All the inspection services we can take care of, no matter which kind of home you're getting. And if there's something that stumps us, we've got somebody that can do it. So what we do is that we do mold services. If you're having mold issues, we can help take care of you there. And then what's new and is kind of bridging the gap between construction inspections is this home stewardship program that we've started. It's a great way for homeowners who are proactive to stay on top of their home. It's a subscription-based service to where you get to see us. Each home is unique. The service interval can be picked. It can be monthly. It could be quarterly. It could be twice a year. So they're very unique and are tailored to how you would like it. And we come in and we look at things that make homes age significantly, that are major components that fail, that wind up costing people a lot of money at one time. There are things that can be done to prolong your components and make sure that their service life is extended to their full range. We live in Northwest Florida, which is a harsh climate on roofs. So some of these things need to be maintained. And sometimes people just assume they buy a new home, hey, I'm good for the next 10 years. And that's not the case. So each of those are unique. It is a newer program, and we're excited to offer it. We've already got several people signed up, and we're figuring it out along the way as well.
And you're about to sign me up, which is kind of cool because I'm going to get to tell people in real time
yes, ma'am.
What you're doing. But you may walk into my house and go, girl, this is a little more than we anticipated. Because, I've got the damage right now in my home.
Mm-hmm.
And my home is half torn up. I've tried to make it as cute as possible with half torn up walls and stuff. But one of the things that you pointed out to me that I want to point out to the people that are listening is, maintenance is so important in our lives, period. In every area of our physical life, our spiritual life, our mental life, and in our home life. And for me, perhaps had you already been doing this for me, I might not be sitting here with walls half out, floors half out, with an insurance company that tells me they are not going to give me any money.
Yes, ma'am.
Because had we caught that before it was a big problem, that would have saved me. For my I think your program starts at $125 a month?
They're all adjustable. I think that's where you wanted to be, somewhere around that.
Yeah.
But they're all adjustable. I mean, we've got programs that start out just under $100 a month.
Depending on what service you need. You kind of tailor it to the people.
Yep. And every house is different. We've got big houses, small houses, houses with extra house in the back, kind of an extra dwelling unit in the back. So they're all unique. So it's hard to give a price right away, but we've got people under $100 a month. But taking this proactive approach and staying on top of things, people are finding it's well worth their money.
I'm excited about it because when you have a home for a long time, you look around and you go, oh my God, my list of what I need to do right now in this home is so severe, so big. So what in the world, and you might have to filter a little bit because I kind of know some of the reason. So what in the world made you want to do this? I mean, because you're retired from the military, you get a little retirement pay, you've got a construction company, you've got stuff going on. What made you want to be an inspector and even further, a person who inspected homes on a regular basis so that they can maintain their homes? What prompted you to do that?
I love the relationships on the day-to-day level with people who are just like you and I, who love to connect with people and love to be helped along the way. Some people, everybody's good at something. Some people are great at computer work, technology type stuff. I'm not. But I am good at maintaining homes, and I am good at doing construction stuff and being the master inspector and things like that. So, it's trade and service. It's old school style, free trade market type stuff. And as far as the business, I love doing it because, we employ guys that, they're my partners. I don't like saying I employ guys. They're my partners.
I don't do that either. I say either my team members or my. I don't know. I never say somebody works for me.
That's the worst.
I would never say that. I go, it works with me.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, my assistant, half the time, I say to her all the time, I go, you're going to fire me. I know one day you're going to fire me because I'm a lot. I am a handful. And I'm so grateful for her. But I've only met one of the people in your office. Seemed really nice, super nice people. So that's cool. But again, it looks to me like you only hire people that have kind of a servant's heart.
Servant's heart.
I've noticed that.
That's a requirement. So we've got guys that are constantly going on trips, who are on mission trips or doing something in the local community. That's a requirement. We are a veteran-based business, so I prefer to hire veterans. That doesn't mean I'm limited to it, but somebody that just has a servant's heart.
But you want to make sure veterans are taken care of and cared for, because clearly you've given a lot for that. So why is it important to you? You were also, and we'll be very careful how we say this so we don't hurt anybody's feelings, but you saw a need for a dependable inspection type service that had prompt service, that had prompt reporting, that type of thing too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That was one of the things that kind of moved you into this sphere. Because I've heard a lot of people say, actually Donald Miller says this all the time, he says, find a problem and solve it, and you'll never be without a job.
That's the
Find
truth.
a problem and solve it. And that's what you did.
Trying to teach my kids that with their homework right now. They're in the word problem things, and I say those are the best. Life is all word problems.
Whole life.
And finding solutions to problems. What got me in this is kind of moving in this direction with some preventative maintenance type home stewardship program is I just saw, hey, there's something we can do about this. Let's be proactive and nurture relationships. On the realtor side, it bridges a gap for people. It creates less friction points when realtors can tell clients about this program and say, hey, I got this guy that's going to take care of you. And it's kind of a seamless transition there. So did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did. One of the things you said too that, and I hope maybe somebody's listening that this is something that would help them. When you buy a home and you get it inspected, a lot of times the problems don't show up at inspection.
Yes, ma'am.
It shows up after you get in the house.
That's right.
That's why what you do, I want to explain to people, this is not a home warranty.
Correct.
This is not a home warranty. It's not where you buy a warranty and if your refrigerator tears up, you pay some money and they come fix it. That's not what this is. What this is, it's where you inspect, and then as things go along and things maybe don't work properly, you can take care of them before it gets so severe. Just like the example of my leaking refrigerator, because this is good news not good news. This is good information for people to have, because I bet people don't know this. You need to check your insurance policy, because if your leak has been going on for more than 13 days, the insurance company says they are not going to do anything about it. Did you know that?
I've got some things to tell you about that. So the number one, aside from natural disaster claims, the number one insurance claim, leaking refrigerator lines. It's the number one claim. And it's just something that's slow, and it just leaks over a long period of time.
You don't know about it.
And it's things that we check. Each system in your home has some sort of homeowner user level maintenance task tied to it. And that's where we come in, because most people like to kind of use it and just keep using it until it breaks. But there are tasks that need to be done. There are filters that need to be changed, or systems that need to be cleaned, and just to be maintained.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool. So have you been in Panama City for a long time?
Long time, yes. I was born at Bay Medical.
Born at Bay Medical. I'll be doggone. So, and you live over in the town?
Yes, ma'am. I live in Southport.
Southport?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're out in the country.
Yes, ma'am.
Southport always has a good baseball team.
They do. I'm not an HOA person. So.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. In fact, yeah. So y'all don't have hardly any HOAs out there, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. I don't. Southport people aren't the type.
I mean, I was in an HOA one time.
Yeah.
And
they kick you out?
You clean one hog in the driveway, and they want you to leave for some reason.
I love it. We had, I haven't thought about this story in a long time, so I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this word. I lived in Wild Heron for a while. And so one of my friends lived there, and they moved out. And I teased her, I said, she said, well, I guess now that I'm gone, you're going to have to be the white trash of the neighborhood. And my son, at that time, Scotty, he had a van that I think he paid $500 for. It broke down, and right out front of Wild Heron, in front of the condos, he has his van on some blocks. That went over very well in that prestigious neighborhood.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And I think on the side it says I give free dance lessons. He'd spray painted it on. So, yeah, we weren't real popular in the neighborhood. So I don't do real well in HOAs like that, because they're very persnickety.
Yes,
I'm actually not in an HOA now, because I'm in Laguna Beach, so we don't have... Actually, we do have an HOA. We pay $50 a year, and it's a voluntary HOA, and we save all that money, and we have been for years and years and years, in case anybody ever tried to take our beach away. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
it's a legal fund. Isn't that wild?
Great. That's great.
Yeah, we meet once a year and have a potluck lunch and meeting. That's your kind of HOA, isn't it?
That's my kind of HOA.
1 year potluck meeting, $50 a year, and a golf cart parade at Christmas time.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It is.
I live in a fancy neighborhood. I'm not in Wild Heron anymore. I don't think I really belong in places like Wild Heron or.
But it's for conservation or preservation. That's what's great about it.
Yeah, it is. So tell me, since this is about Mental Health Awareness Month, May is, I have some things that I do, and I'm a person of faith, just like you. So what are some of the things that you do as a father, as a husband, as just a man, to keep yourself mentally sane and healthy? What are some of do you have some rituals or some things you do that are important to you that keep you in a good place?
Well, I'm a reader.
Me too.
And I love reading.
Yeah.
I love fiction books. I love self-help books. I love all kinds of books.
All of it.
I prefer fiction, but I make myself alternate, self-help fiction, self-help fiction, so that I don't go too far down the fiction path. I like to read self-help books. I like reading faith-based books. I enjoy connecting with other people. During Mental Health Awareness Month, I try to make it a priority that I reach out to somebody that I hadn't talked to in a while, specifically a guy that I hadn't talked to in a while each day. So just to kind of reconnect with them, make sure they're doing well. For me, there is no shortage of contacts in my phone of veterans, old friends, just old buddies, and, just checking in, seeing how life's going. So don't talk anything about mental health. Just say, hey, how you doing, man?
Oh, yeah, just know that you care about them. Yeah. So for me, I have a morning ritual routine. I get up and I pray and I meditate, and I've added visualization to it. Not as good at that part, but it's real important to me because I can get real crazy, and I'm a workaholic by nature, and I'm like a traveling dervish. I'm like, bam, 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 bam. I'm all over the place, and my schedule is stupid. So I have to make myself just stop. Just stop and spend some quiet time alone and rest. That's really important. Reading is super important to me. I write a lot too. I write and I read and all that kind of stuff like that. And I've also found, like you do, volunteerism.
Absolutely.
Just being of service. I don't think people realize. And that's what I want to say to the people who might be listening. If you are feeling down or you don't feel like your life's going the direction that you're going, that we want it to go, I promise you, if you find someone to serve, if you find someone to care for or do something for someone, it will change your life. It'll change your life.
It will. It just offers perspective and context to where you can look at yourself and kind of self-evaluate from a different angle of maybe I don't have it that bad.
Oh, my gosh. No.
Especially if you were to, you can see it anywhere here in the United States, but especially if you were to go overseas and serve, we don't have it that bad.
Oh, no.
We don't have it bad at all.
No, I was like so spoiled when I went to, the first time I went to Armenia in South America, and I was blown away. I could not wait to get back to the United States. I could not wait. It was just, they had armed guards everywhere, and there was barbed wire around the complexes, the poverty, just such poverty. I felt so rich when I left there. I mean, it was so amazing. Okay, we're going to wrap up, but is there any, I want them to know how they can get in touch with you to set up an appointment or get with you on your business and your program. I know that I'm going to follow up and let everybody know how we're doing, because we're going to do whatever we got to do for you to straighten this girl out. And he is my rental husband, and I do not mind other people renting my husband out either. I don't mind. So, Ronnie, let everybody know how they can get up with you so they can find out what service would work best for them. How can they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. You can always just call us, 850-759-9662, or you can reach out to us online, www.teampatriotllc.com, or social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Team Patriot, and we're here. We're ready to serve you and take care of anything. That's not just this service. If you need basic inspection services, we don't nickel and dime people. If you're closing on a house, it's coming with all, the big 3 inspections that you're going to need.
I know, that was cool. That is important for me to mention. You don't have to go to several different places to get, I think you do the 4-point inspection, and what's that other one? The wind mitigation.
Wind mitigation, 4-point.
All of it.
The comprehensive. We do.
That's great.
We do WDOs. We do sewers. We do foundation.
Wow.
Engineered foundation certifications.
That's all of it.
We do it all.
So you don't have to go, which is cool because you have a construction company, so you might as well do all that stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
That's really cool. I love that. And I found something else about you during my little off-air time. You are also a Pepsi cherry drinker.
Absolutely. That's my jam.
That's your jam?
That's my jam.
Y'all, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, did y'all hear that right now? Okay, we're keeping you. I'm going to keep you. Pepsi
Excellent.
is so happy. Pepsi's happy you're here. So I'm excited to partner with you. I'm also excited. Will you let me go on a trip sometime with y'all?
Absolutely. Come on.
And pick up a hammer and a nail and all that stuff? I can clean the site. I used to do that when I was younger.
There's a lot you can do.
I love to clean construction sites.
Do you know
I know
how?
that's weird.
Can you love on people?
Oh my, are you kidding me?
Then you can come.
That is my biggest talent, is loving on people. So you see now why I got this nice fella here. Thank y'all so much for being a part of my happy ass life. I love y'all so much. And you know what I'm going to say? Be sweet, y'all.